Okay guys, welcome back, and we left off last time looking at Sus4 chords, or suspended second chords as their full name would be. Now, I wanted to just leave this up here because I want to kind of compare the Sus2 and the Sus4, okay, and again explain where you might use these different chords, okay. So once again, we're just sticking with C major, so we're going to learn a C Sus4, okay. So let's write it out again. So again, Sus stands for suspended, so we'll just write that out, suspended. And here, in this instance, we're doing a suspended fourth rather than a suspended second. And you would typically see that written out just simply Sus4, okay, rather than this whole long suspended fourth thing, okay. But it essentially means the same thing. You're suspending the third and inputting the fourth instead. Okay, so let's just have a little look at this. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to look at the formula. So 1, 4, 5. Okay, so that would equal a C for the 1. Then the 4 is F, so we're going to put the F in there. And the 5 is again G, so we're going to put the G in there. Okay, so again, by suspending the third, we've kind of lost the note in the chord that is extremely valuable at making the sound of the chord, okay? So maybe a better way to put this is if you add the third in, it immediately sounds like a major. If you add the flat third in, it immediately sounds like a minor. They really define the chord. When you suspend that note, the chord's a little bit like ambiguous. What am I at this point? So we suspend it and add a fourth in, okay? And that creates a chord that will work equally well with major and minor because we haven't defined this flat third or the third, and therefore a great kind of extra chord to use with those basic chord shapes. So again, with a C, you might be playing a C major chord, and then you go straight to a C Sus4 chord or a C Sus2 chord, either one, and it still sounds pretty good, you know, in the key because it's you know, you're not defining it to this major or minor. You're not changing anything massively. So it just sounds like a melody note, really. And that's why it's so awesome and so usable, okay? So with this collection of chords, we've now got major, minor, diminished, Sus2 and Sus4, okay? So it's a pretty good collection of triad chords. And once again, triad is all about just 3-note chords. And the reason we kind of go through all of these 3-note chords first is because there's a lot you can get out of just 3-note chords. It's great for guitars because on a guitar, you know, you've only got so many fingers, so a 3-note chord is kind of typically quite easy to play, and therefore, you know, even with just the majors, the minors, and these suspended chords, you can pretty much put together a huge variety of songs. So, I hope that makes sense to you guys. I would highly recommend trying to practice yourself and trying to memorize these formulas, okay? And then going away and trying to apply it to a different scale. So doing an F Sus2 chord or an F Sus4 chord and trying to work it through like that.